So Canada's Liberal Party is projected to win the general election. The pivotal vote has been overshadowed by Donald Trump's tariffs and a high cost of living. Voters have been deciding whether to extend the Liberal Party's decade in power or hand control to the Conservatives. Liberal leader Mark Carney took over as Prime Minister from Justin Trudeau, who resigned in March. Carney is the former governor of Canada's central bank. He ran a tight race against the opposition Conservative Party's Pierre Poilievre. Let's bring in John Hendren, who joins us live now from Ottawa, the Canadian capital, from Liberal Party's HQ, I think, or at least where the celebrations are going to take place. So, John, tell us what's happening, what's the latest?
$400,000 a year. The Liberals should probably book that as a campaign expense, given the way that it's.
Well, right now, it is true that Carney is projected as the winner, but what he doesn't have is a lock on a majority government. He needs 172 seats to rule outright out of the 343 in Parliament. So now he would have to form a coalition unless he gains about 12 more seats. Right now, it looks like he could come pretty close with a coalition with the New Democratic Party and a few more seats, which they are hoping to win. But let me just put this in perspective, Nick. It's been a long way from where things were in January. In January, the Conservative Party was about 25 percentage points ahead in polls. That's because the Liberals had ruled for 10 years. Justin Trudeau was remarkably unpopular. And then Trudeau stepped down, Carney stepped up, and then Trump stepped up his tariffs and stepped up his attacks on Canada, saying he wanted to make it the 51st state. So Donald Trump has really made the difference in this election, flipping the electoral math from Conservatives to what appears to be a Liberal gain here. And if the Liberals do win this after 10 years, this would be their fourth consecutive victory. I talked to some voters about exactly why that was. And what seems to have made the difference was Trump. One of the voters I talked to here said, and I'm at the Liberal celebration on election night here, one of the voters I talked to said that she wanted to tell Trump that Canada would never be the 51st state. It is a proud country, and that is part of the kind of solidification of the Liberal vote that we've seen. I talked to another man, and I said, why isn't the Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre, the right person? And he said that he was too closely associated with Donald Trump. The attitude, the sort of ideological alliance with the Republican Party in the United States. So it appears that what's happened here is voters who've solidified behind the Conservative or Liberal Party, and they've taken votes away from the third parties, the New Democratic Party, the Green Party, and those are the parties that the Liberals would have to form a coalition with if they can't get to that 172 votes. But there are still several seats to be counted and lots of votes as well. So we don't know the entire outcome, but it is looking like a Liberal government, and that is what has been called so far. So Carney appears to be ready to be this would be his first term as an elected leader because he took over from Trudeau. So it appears that after 10 years, the Liberals are back in charge.
All right, John, thanks for that. I think Mark Carney is expected to come on stage behind you there, and when he does, we will be back with you.